everybody, happy. Hey everybody. What the hell? Is it gonna let me talk now? Yes? Yes? Awesome. Hey everybody, happy. Cool. Happy. Oh, so you heard me curse? Oops. So happy Saturday. Yes, so this is super exciting for me. I have, so I'm streaming, obviously not from Beating Dreams. I'm here in Chicago with my dear friends Scott and Maggie, and I was gifted with a brand new stream computer, which is amazing and fabulous and has so many USB ports. I'm so excited by this fact. But yeah, so of course it's just all getting everything, you know, back and all set up again and rebuilding all my scenes in XSplit, and I have another new toy. I have a Stream Deck, which I have actually had for months and months and couldn't figure out how to use it. It turns out it's really, really simple, which is probably why I couldn't figure it out. So, yeah, so any feedback about the stream, if anything, does it sound normal, look normal, aside from the fact, of course, that I'm a little hazy because I think I put a fingerprint on my camera lens when I was transporting it, and, yeah, but other than that, if anything sounds weird, looks weird, please let me know, because obviously I can't see the stream. I will go back. It's a bit echoey. That might be just because of the room I'm in, Lori. I don't know that that's something that, because they just moved into a new house, and so is it like a room echoey, or is it like an actual microphone echoey? Wondering what I did, if I did something weird and wrong. But anyway, as long as it's not too terrible, I will go back and watch tomorrow or the next day, see if there's anything I need to troubleshoot. So, for the moment, let's go ahead and talk about today's project. Mic echoey. Okay, I might have to switch the... Hey, ASO. Alright, I'll go back and listen to it, and we might have to go ahead and just, you know, wait for that fix until I get back to Beating Dreams so that we can tell. Microphone echo. Okay. Well, I can always try plugging it into a different USB port, because sometimes that works. Alright, so let me see if I can fix that for just a moment. Okay, so I changed the... Weird, then I hit something and the echo started. Huh. Okay, well, anyway, am I still echoey? How bad is it? Bad or just quiet? That I can fix. Is the volume on me better now? The slider was way down. Okay, so yeah. Hooray for new technology, hooray for troubleshooting. Apparently this mic does not like USB 3.0 ports. Really? Seriously? Massive pain in the ass. All of this technology is so princessy. Okay, yay. Super, super excited. So, hey Pam. Awesome. Thank you. Alright, mic echo fixed. We are good to go. For double triangle earrings, so don't try to figure it out. It will hurt me. Seriously. Both my brain and actually my physical person, probably. Alright, so where are we? Back to today's project. So, double triangle earrings. This one is actually super, super simple, so we shouldn't have a whole lot of trouble getting done on time with this one, because this one actually is only really a solid 30-minute project, even a little bit less sometimes. Now, since I don't have my whiteboard with me, I went ahead and typed up a supply list, which is here, and I didn't actually add my mic into this frame, so that's not right. Oh, for goodness sakes. There we go. There's the supply list. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the stream. All right, so can you hear me talking during the supply list? Just checking in. But so that is your supply list. Just checking in. Can y'all hear me talking when the supply list frame is up? Yes, cool. Thank you, Lori. Sorry, sometimes the lag gets me. Okay, so, oh, that's right, the stream, sorry, I dragged the wrong thing onto my stream deck for supply list. Awesome. So here's your supply list for double triangle earrings. We've got 16 inches approximately of 20 gauge square wire. More wire makes bigger earrings, less wire makes smaller earrings. If you want to make big ass earrings, use more wire. 2 6mm jump rings. You could also use soldered rings for this, absolutely, but let me tell you, using jump rings makes it a lot easier. You just want to make sure you use nice heavy ones like 20 gauge. You're going to need ear wires, whatever kind you like is great, and then you are going to need your basic 3 tools. That's going to be your round nose pliers, your, sorry, I have very dramatic, I've got like mood lighting tonight, chain nose pliers, and wire cutters. And then for anybody who's wondering what does 20 gauge square wire look like, it looks like that. I think I need for the sale, I think I need to put down something white to reflect some light down here. This table is very dark. All right, 20 gauge square wire is what we're going to be using for the bulk of this earring. So I'm going to start by cutting myself my pieces of wire. So I'm going to do, let me just, okay, so I'm going to do 2 4-inch pieces of wire. Goodness gracious, what in the world? 2 4-inch pieces of wire per, okay, there's like some random schmutz on my face and I have no idea what it is. That's always exciting. I was working out in the yard and my friends just moved into this beautiful new house, and so we were doing a little bit of yard cleanup. So really, it's anybody's guess what the heck is on my face. But 2 4-inch pieces of wire per earring. So that's 4 4-inch pieces of wire total, which should equal out to 16 inches, which is hopefully what I put on the supply list. So 4 4-inch pieces of wire. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 4 4-inch pieces of wire. So 2 of them are going to get bent at the middle, and 2 of them are going to get bent about 3/4 of an inch on center. So I'm going to start by measuring and marking the middle of all of my wires. So the square wire has a tendency to curve. So if I want to straighten it out, I'm just going to hold it in my chain nose pliers, and I'm just going to pull my finger along it like so. And if you push in opposition to the curve, then you're gonna get a straighter piece of wire. So that's 2. I'm just straightening out all 4 of them, and then I'm going to measure and mark the center. The reason I'm straightening them first is it's way, way easier to mark the center if your wire is straight. So I hope everyone is having a great Saturday wherever you are today. I will say that the weather here in Chicago today was freaking gorgeous. I think it topped out at like 80 degrees, and it was sunshiny with a few little puffy clouds. It was gorgeous. Okay, so 4 inches, the center of that is going to be 2 inches. So again, just measure and mark the center of all of your pieces of wire. And my friends have been so sweet. I took over their dining room with all of my streaming stuff, and they're graciously tolerating me doing that, which is fantastic of them. And oh my god, Popeye's chicken is so good. I miss biscuits miss being able to eat biscuits though. Okay, so I'm going to start with my 2 wires that are going to get bent in the center. So I'm going to take my chain nose pliers, I'm going to find my mark, and I'm going to grab next to my mark. Okay, so that's my mark right there. I want to grab next to it, which my camera is not, there you go. So there's my mark, grab next to it. And you're just going to hold your pliers steady and you're just going to bend up like so. And ideally, if you did that right, which I mostly did, you should have a bend right on your mark. I'm going to do that to 2 of my 4 pieces of wire, okay? Only 2, not all 4. Don't get crazy with the cheese whiz. So again, next to the mark and bend. Like so. So you should have 2 little kind of flying V's at the moment. Now, these 2 pieces, the other 2 are going to get bent in the other part of the triangle, so they're going to have a flat part on the bottom. And I want that flat part to be about 3/4 of an inch long, which means that what I need to do is I need to, I need to measure 3/8 to either side of this and mark that. Oh my goodness, I just pushed my whole, since they just moved, I'm not actually on a proper table with this. I'm on a big flat piece of wood and sawhorses, and it does not take kindly to being shoved. Alright, so 3/8 of an inch on either side of that mark, and that should total out to 3/4 of an inch. I will measure that just to double check it. Why? Because math is occasionally difficult. There we go. Yep. 3/4. Awesome. Cindy! Hi, Cindy! Hey, thanks, Arun. There's still my my shorties. I found new nails that are very tame, but they come this length. I don't have to file them or anything. They're the petite length, which is apparently even shorter than the short length. But thank you. I like them. I have been liking them. The fun nails are great, but it's nice not to have to, it's nice to have a super fast option. Alright. And if I didn't say hi, Cindy! So good to see you out there. We miss you. Hey, Amy Annaby, I know, right? And then below the boobs it says, and second of all, coffee. Because caffeine is important. I mean, for me, it maybe should say first of all Diet Coke, but they didn't have that version. So, first of all, coffee it is. Alright, so now I'm going to take my chain nose pliers, and I've got now 3 marks on this wire, okay? And again, sorry for the kind of mood lighting that I have going on here. I'll try and find something white to go down here and reflect a little bit more light for the sail. So I've got 3 marks. That's my center. Those are my 2 3/8 inch marks. The 3/8 inch marks are the ones that I'm going to use for bending. So again, I'm going to grab next to my mark, and I'm just going to push up, and then I'm going to go to the other mark, grab next to my mark, push up. That should make my triangle. Repeat on my other earring. Grab next to my mark, push up, grab next to my mark, push up. Okay, so now what I should have is I should have 2 triangles and 2 V's. Alright, so that at this point, this is where we should be in the making of our earring. Also, hey everybody, lots of people who just jumped on. It's nice to see you out there. I am streaming live, not from Beating Dreams. This evening I am visiting some dear friends of mine in Chicago who I haven't seen since pre-pandemic, having a delightful visit. The weather here today was absolutely gorgeous. And we are making these. These are our double triangle earrings, and we have gotten thus far to the cutting and initial bending of the wires. So now we're going to continue on with making the first triangle. Okay, so this one here that I bent with the 3/4 inch bottom, this is going to be the first triangle of my earrings. So what I'm going to do is first of all make sure that I do have the same amount of wire on both, and I don't. Look at that. There's an oopsie right there. Is this one's longer than this one? Obviously, I can't make this one grow, and I don't want to try rebending my wire because that never works out well with square wire. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just snip the long one short. It's okay that these are longer than these. That's not going to be a problem, but you just need to make sure that everything actually matches. So now I'm going to take these short little pieces of wire and I'm going to grab my chain nose and I'm just going to flip these around the back to make a little hook, like so. I just want it to hook around the other side of my triangle, and then I'm just going to take my chain nose and I'm going to compress that down so that it holds. And ideally it'll be able to slide a little bit, but mainly what I'm doing here is I'm going to take this longer piece here and I'm going to bend it over into a little loop, and that's going to be my triangle. It's going to be a loop from which it hangs, but I'm not quite equal, okay? My triangle's not quite, I think this side is too long, so I'm just going to snip this off a bit and try that again. Because what I want is I want to be able to kind of bring this down a bit so that I have an equal, so that I have an isosceles triangle, meaning that the two long sides are equal, and then I have enough up here to make a proper loop. Okay, so this is a better proportion, I think, so I'm going to go ahead and bend it using my chain nose again. Just bring it around and compress it down. So there we go. There is my one triangle, and then I'm going to take this up here, and that's going to require my round nose pliers to just take that and bend that in a loop. And I had some issues with this. I did not bring the sample. The sample's in Dallas. So I've got my photo that I'm working off of. Alright, so I'm going to make this loop. I'm just going to roll it over. Like so. So it doesn't have to be anything fancy. That's what we have. That is triangle number one. Now, if it bothers you, if this is off center, just grab your chain nose and just break it back just a little bit to center it up. And then this little bit here, if it's coming all the way around, we can go ahead and trim that off. Yes, there is in fact a tiny voice in the background, a very enthusiastic tiny voice that lives in this house. There you go, there's your first triangle. Now we're going to repeat with our second triangle. And I want to make sure, once again, I'm making them the same size. Okay, so that's actually, where that's falling naturally is about perfect, which is cool. Just a little. Alright, so we've got my short one. Take your round nose, sorry, not your round nose, your chain nose. You could do it with your round nose too. Flip it round, like so. Compress. Double check yourself because it never hurts. Made it just a hair too tall. However, the fact that I spent so much time outside in the beautiful weather today, my allergies are telling me that I should take some allergy medication. Okay, so I'm just messing with this to try and get it the same size as the other one. Because of course when you've got earrings, theoretically, you want them to sort of match. Alright, we're gonna go with that as being close enough. I actually made this one a wee bit too, but whatever. I'm going to take this top one. Oh, goodness. Turn the phone off when you're streaming. Alright, so here we go with the top, and I'm just going to roll that over with my round nose. Again, grab at the end of the wire with your round nose, roll it over till it's closed, and if you want it centered, just bring it back. If you get a little opening there, you can just use your chain nose pliers to close that. So these are our 2 initial triangles. Now we need to make the little V inverted triangles that are going to go, they actually go inside of these. Yes. This is one of those projects that it's not necessarily intuitive. Okay, so the V's are going to go inside of the triangles. So what we want is we want the sides of the V to be about the same length as this. It's going to sit a little bit above, and then it's going to connect into that jump ring. So that means, let's measure. The sides wound up being 1 1/4 inches. So that means I need to take my little V and I need to measure from the point up 1 1/4 inches and mark. I need to do that on all 2 remaining pieces of wire. That's 2 V's. So again, 1 1/4 inches. And I'm just going to mark that. And I definitely needed a ruler before stream and definitely did not know where to find one in this house. So I found a steel tape and was like, that works. It measures things. Okay, so I've got my 1 1/4 inch measures, and now we're going to go through that bending process. Oh, I keep pushing this surface. We're going to go through that bending process just like we did with our V's before. So we're going to find our mark, right? There's the mark. Again, sorry for the drama lighting. There's the mark. Grab next to the mark and bend. So what I'm going for when I bend is I'm making an inverted triangle. Okay, so I want to bend this down to the point where it makes essentially the top of my triangle. Then I'm going to do the same thing with my other one. Grab next to the mark and push. And what's going to happen is this is going to narrow in a bit, and again, it's going to go like so on the inside of our triangle. So let's let's do the other one is what I was going for. Next to the mark, bend, and next to the mark and bend. So there we go. Ta-da! So that's my second triangle. So now I need to obviously make the attachments that are going to put these triangles together. And what that's going to be is it's going to be 2 backward facing loops that are going to connect into the soldered ring. If you take a look at the project, so we're looking at the inverted triangle right now. So it's just got 2 small loops at the top, and that is how this is going to connect into that jump ring that of course is holding the whole project together. So currently, sorry, that was the wrong scene. Currently, okay, I will say the Stream Deck is pretty awesome because I don't really have to read. I don't have to scroll through all my scenes in XSplit anymore. I just go beep and the scene changes. It's actually pretty freaking cool. All right, so right now these are overlapping. I don't think I want all this wire because it's going to make a really wide triangle, and I want it to be a little bit more narrow, kind of like this triangle here. So I'm gonna take that overlap down to, I'm gonna say about like that. So I'm gonna lose about 1/8 inch of wire on each side of this so that I've still got overlap, but it's down significantly. And I'm gonna try and replicate that on my other one, which means that I'm gonna match the angle of my triangle, and then I'm gonna cut my wires so that they match. And once again, this is just because generally speaking, you want your earrings to be the same. So now I'm going to take my round nose pliers, and what I need to do is I need to roll this in a loop to the back of my shape. Okay, so like this is the plane of my shape. I'm just going to take my round nose pliers and I'm going to roll that backwards like so. Okay, so from the front, you really shouldn't even flatten that out. You really shouldn't even be able to see the loop. I mean, just barely. I'm going to repeat with my other one. So when I'm rolling this loop, just make sure that you brace with your thumb here, because really I am pressing against my thumb, and that's what's allowing me to roll this loop so well. Okay, like so. So that's what it looks like from the top. That's what it looks like from the front. Also, hey, more new people. Welcome to the Beating Dreams stream. Today streaming live from Chicago, Illinois. I'm sorry my camera's a little hazy because I'm pretty sure that I put a fingerprint on it when I packed it up. So I will clean that in between streams. Anybody who's new, welcome. We are doing, once again, this is our project for today, which you are coming in right at the end of, but you know what? We have more Beating Dreams for you on this channel this evening. It is Saturday night. That means it is a live sale night, and it's our Sips, Shopping, and Shenanigans sale night. That means that we have a signature cocktail. We'll be drinking Manhattans on stream tonight. It's almost guaranteed to be really, really silly. It's usually really fun. I've got all my beads. I've got all kinds of cool bargain strands of agate beads and a couple of other fun stuff for you. I've got some metal spacers, and we're doing a bargain night tonight, so almost everything on stream tonight is going to be $3 and $5. I think the most expensive thing I have tonight is going to be $12. So it's a really good night if you're looking for some good bargains on 8-inch strands of metal and agate, and then some 12-inch strands of crystal as well. You can find that on this channel, twitch.tv/Beating Dream, 30 minutes after I finish the tutorial stream. So it's going to be starting, it looks like probably around 7:30, 7:40 this evening, since I am pretty close to being done with this project. If you are not into live merchandise sales and you want to see more tutorials, hey, we are here for you. You can find us on this channel, twitch.tv/Beating Dream, 5 times a week with complimentary tutorials, right? We're dark Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. We stream Wednesday through Saturday at 6 p.m. Central Time. Free tutorials, new tutorial every day, new series of tutorials every week. We do a bonus tutorial stream on Thursday at noon, and then we do live merchandise sales every Wednesday and Saturday at 7:30-ish p.m. Okay, so let's finish this project so we can get ready for the sales stream. Also, so I can have dinner, because food is important. Alright, so I'm on my second triangle, and I just need to do the same thing. So I'm going to take my pliers, just grab the end of that wire, and just roll it over. And then do the same for the other side, which I actually find if I flip it upside down, that way I can keep my motion the same. I'm not really great at reversing my actual motions. So what I tend to do, and this works well for a lot of people, is I will usually try to figure out how can I flip my work around so that I can continue the same motion over and over again. It also helps with efficiency. Okay, if you're trying to be more efficient when you're assembling things, you know, trying to minimize your changes of motion is going to make that more efficient. Okay, so now let's put these babies together. So triangle, inverted triangle. Inverted triangle goes inside of the regular triangle. Now, this is where our jump ring is going to come into play, and this is why I think it's so much easier to have a jump ring. Okay, so this is the top of my earring. I'm going to set that down for a second. I'm going to grab one of my... Did I bring 2 chain nose pliers? Oh, I did bring 2 chain nose pliers. That's exciting. Alright. So I'm going to take my 2 pairs of chain nose. I'm going to open. And then I'm going to take my whole earring construction. Okay, so what I should have is I should have my 2 flat loops and then this loop perpendicular to those. All right, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fish my jump ring through all 3 loops. So through that one, through this one, through this one, And I'm going to use my second pair of chain nose pliers to close up that jump ring. That gives me the correct earring. Yes. Now I'm going to repeat on the other one. This time I'm going to do myself a favor. I'm actually going to open up that jump ring first. So when you're opening up the jump ring, you're just going to take 2 chain nose pliers. You're going to grab on either side of the opening and you just want to twist it. And for this, you do need to open it fairly wide just because you've got so much stuff it has to go through. Take your inverted triangle, thread it into your regular triangle. This is the front of your earring. So again, you want those loops to be to the back. Grab your jump ring. You absolutely could, Lori. Yes, that was a really good question of could you add the ear wire at the same time? And yes, you can. And I will show you that it's possible right now. So I'm going to take my jump ring. I'm going to thread it through 1, 2, 3, and then if I wanted to, I could add my ear wire 4, and then I just close it with my finger because that's a lot to put on there, so it wants to kind of spring, and then close it up, and then you have actually completed your earring in that one step. Now, if you forgot to do that, not to worry, both your jump ring and your ear wire are both open. So I can just take my ear wire, open that up, grab my other earring, drop my ear wire on there, and then close that up, like so. And that is it. I told you, very, very simple project, okay? Absolutely quick and easy. And you don't, by the way, have to do this with square wire. You could totally do this with round wire as well. The square wire kind of adds to the geometric aspect of it, but it by no means is completely necessary. It's to be a great project in round wire as well. Alright, so that's it for our Saturday evening tutorial stream. Everybody, all the new people and all the folks who tuned in today, thanks for hanging out with us and making our double triangle earrings with me here live from Beating Dreams Remote in Chicago. Don't forget, we are going to be back on this channel. I just made these right before the stream, literally. They're just a piece of chain on an ear wire because I didn't bring any earrings to go with this shirt. So now I have made some. Thanks, Lori. Thanks, ASO. So yeah, so we're going to be back on this channel, twitch.tv/beatingdream in just about half an hour, maybe 40 minutes, because there is definitely dinner. That is going to happen between now and then with a live merchandise sale. We got a bargain sale for you tonight. $5 strands of agate, $3 strands of metal, $5 strands of crystal, a couple of other cool things for you as well if you're not going to make it to the sale, of course. We'll be back on this channel, twitch.tv/beatingdream next week, Wednesday at 6 p.m. And that is going to be something I didn't put on my stream deck. See, then you get used to, you start to rely on the technology, and all of a sudden your mouse stops working. That's awesome. That actually worked. So this is our next project. This is Wednesday's project. This is our chain dangle earrings. It's going to be, basically, it's going to be a back to basics teardrop wire wrapping tutorial. So I'm going to go have dinner. If you're going to be on the sale, hey, feed yourselves as well. Pour yourself a cocktail. Grab yourself some hydration, maybe a snack. Get comfy, get cozy, get ready for some bead retail therapy from the comfort of your living room, office, or from wherever you watch the Beating Dreams stream. So again, I'm Allison from Beating Dreams in Dallas, Texas. For anybody who doesn't know us, we are an actual brick and mortar retail bead store. So if you're ever in Dallas, come give us a shout. We'd love to see you. Otherwise, of course, you can find us on this channel, twitch.tv/beatingdream Wednesday through Saturday at 6 p.m. plus our live sales and our Thursday news stream. So I'm going to go feed myself, and I'll see you all back on this channel, twitch.tv/beatingdream in about half an hour.